obviously there's a lot of touch, as you say, and it's repairing. How do you maintain like a professional boundary? Because I imagine with this touch it can get very intimate. I mean, as we saw in the video, it's quite intimate.
Oh, you didn't say intimacy in the video.
It feels very intimate, so how...
You didn't see intimacy in the video. Yes. When I do the treatment to the client, I think the client is my lover. I work that intimately. So if you know how you work with a lover, that's how I work. Why do I work as a lover? Because I love the client. Client has never been loved before. Love has two different meanings. You have conditional love, you have unconditional love. So when I love my client as a lover, I love her spiritually, with no expectations from her. And she's never used to this. Every person has expected something for this love. She had a price to pay. So when I love this person, when she knows, when she feels that I do not expect anything, she starts opening herself up for healing. And I earn her trust. It is the trust that I earn from her within these 6 hours that I can produce the healing for her. Because she opens the gateways. If the gates are closed, you can't do any healing. So, what are the boundaries? Let's talk about boundaries. Boundaries are there to protect yourself. Protect from what? Protect from what has happened in the past. Something has happened to you in the past, so now you want to shut down your body, so the same damage will not happen again to you. This is a natural body way of protecting yourself. So it's good to have boundaries. I'm not saying not to have boundaries. Of course it's good to have boundaries. But the problem is, your boundary is set on your awareness, which is on this 6th chakra. The awareness should be what's happening now. You need to set boundaries, what's happening now. Not based on what happened historically, or thinking what's going to happen next. So if you can learn with your awareness and the consciousness how to close and how to stay open at the right time. If you don't do that, you miss many opportunities in life by having these boundaries and saying no to people who could probably be your ideal partner for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You're putting a wall up between you.
You're putting a wall up to protect yourself. That is the boundary.
Would you work at that same level with a man?
If I work in the same level as a man?
Yeah.
Intimately?
Yeah.
No. I would allow one of my trained women to work on a man intimately like that. I have a block. Okay. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. Okay? I have a block. Yes, as a healer, you should be able to work between a man and a woman. It should be no different. But I have a block. I cannot touch the man's lingam and the testicles to heal them. I cannot massage his prostate going through the anus. I find it difficult to do that. It's a personal block I have.
So is that an essential part of the release treatment for a guy?
It is the sexual part of the thing that I find it difficult to do. But bodywork, of course I can do bodywork for a man, no problem. I've done that many times, and men really, really like the bodywork, clothes on bodywork, or even clothes off bodywork, I can do that part. But when it comes to the sexual part, then I'm not good enough in that. There are many female therapists who are brilliant doing that work. So coming back to the boundaries, yes, I also have boundaries. I also have boundaries. What are my boundaries? My boundaries is, first of all, I need to protect myself from this session. Because a lot of people think a woman coming to a basement with a man on his own, all the doors are shut and this place is soundproof. Who is more vulnerable, the man or the woman?
The man
For us, probably the woman's worried about what the man...
For the woman is thinking...
The woman is stronger.
Yeah.
I think the woman is stronger. That's why...
The man is more vulnerable.
Yes.
The man is more vulnerable. Because nobody, neither a man or a woman, will believe anything what the man is saying. That's why the man is very vulnerable. So it is more fearful for a man to do this work than a woman coming down here. So I have to have boundaries to protect myself. What boundaries I have? I've written a book explaining all the work I do. I've written a website to explain everything that I do. I sent an email before they come to the session explaining the treatment card, what I will be doing from A to Z. And I sent a questionnaire for them asking, what boundaries do you have? Which areas of the body do you want me to avoid?
Do you find that changes over time?
It changes over time,
From
yes.
expectation
Yes.
to actual going
Yes,
through
everything
it.
changes. But these initial boundaries that I have, then when the client come here, they know everything what I do.
So everything is clear. from
Everything
the
is
get-go.
totally clear, they know what to expect, everything is clear. So when they come here, I feel more relaxed because they sign a consent form for me. With everything that I do. And everything they don't want me to do, I avoid it. I never had this practice before, but
I suppose some people you must find they think they don't want some you to do certain things to them, and then when they open up to you, I suppose they could then go on and change that, no?
it is a journey
It's
that
up
they
to
have. But
each
let's say, if
individual
a person says, don't touch my yoni, yoni is the Sanskrit word for the vagina. If they sign and say, don't touch my yoni in the consent form, during the session, she might get turned on and she might say, can you do me the yoni massage? I say, no.
No.
Next time.
Yeah.
Because what she says at that time, she did not mean it. Because she's in another world of excitement of the sexual energy, so she didn't mean. So for that reason, next time we discuss, we do another consent form to remove whatever the boundaries are changed now.
Yeah.
So we issue another consent form, then I do the treatment in a different way.
So does that help to confirm that it is a therapy session? As in taking it from the session where she's requested it to the next session when it happens, it keeps that therapist and client boundary
Yes,
in place.
because I have to, the boundaries are, I have only very little boundaries actually.
Yeah, but
My boundary is really to protect myself
yeah,
from the client,
yeah,
and because not from her, actually from her, because she could project it onto
Exactly,
me.
yeah.
So I am protecting myself from that projection.
because
Okay.
there must be a risk of that
Of course, that's a big
fixation with
risk.
someone.
That's a very big risk.
Yeah.
That's a very big risk. So I take all those things that I have to do to protect myself, so that is my boundary. And also I have health boundaries as well, because I'm in an arena touching all sorts of genital area. You could catch AIDS, you could catch HIV, you could catch all sorts of STDs, all these things. I have to make sure I protect myself and also protect my clients.
Yeah.
And so I need to, that's my boundaries there. These are probably the only boundaries that I have. I don't have many boundaries because if I have boundaries, I'm like this, so I can't help the client. I have to stay open so that I can help the client, respecting her boundaries and to take her on her journey. So it's quite different to professional boundaries that counseling, psychotherapists, doctors, they have, because they have a lot of boundaries. Okay?
Yeah.
They're not even to touch their patients. Okay? So we don't have those problems here. We work totally differently with least amount of boundaries, but the client is your boundary.
Yeah.
Client set the boundaries, and also we help the client to stretch the boundaries. So every session she will stretch her boundaries when she feels a sacred, safe space that she can be in, that with the trust that I earn from her, she will slowly open up from one to another. She will go on the journey with me. So did I answer that question on boundaries?
Yeah.
Is there any more to answer on that one?
No, it was
Okay,
very
let me
clear,
go
actually.
step by question, otherwise I will miss out. Because when I start talking, I never stop. Did you have a question?